This article may be from Deadline, but let's be real. You've probably heard this. So it started with Cops, the TV show Cops. Before I get to the article, actually, here, hold on. But the TV show Cops, which has been on the air for 31 years. 31 years, the TV show Cops has been on, was canceled. And it's over and amid the ongoing protest of police brutality and everything going on with Black Lives Matter and the George Floyd, situation and all of that. And the decision was made to cancel Cops. Now, let's separate that one, because there's another show called Live PD, which aired on A&E. And it's a Cops-like show, but it's much newer, and it's been getting really good ratings, or pretty decent ratings, I should say. Cops, on the other hand, has not been getting great ratings. So when Cops initially got canceled a couple of days ago, excuse me, I was kind of like, you know what? It was time. I felt like Cops had its run. First of all, Cops has been on 3 networks. It's been like 20 plus years on Fox. Fox finally canceled it. And somebody came in, I think it was Spike TV, came and picked it up. And then Spike TV basically defunct it and became a different network. So Cops has already been on 3 different networks now. And the ratings weren't great. A lot of people weren't watching Cops anymore. You know, I think it kind of ran its course, and then put on top of that everything going on in the world right now. I felt like it was time for Cops to go. The question then becomes, was it time for Live PD to go? And again, Live PD was pretty popular. So this, according to Deadline here, A&E has canceled its flagship series and one of the highest rated shows on basic cable, Live PD. A week after Live PD was pulled in the wake of the George Floyd death, the reality series hiatus has been made permanently. So A&E initially, when they did this, it was going to be a temporary thing. And I'm going to go to that because there was a quote here from, I think, the host here. So this is when it was just put on a hiatus. He says, the host of the show, Dan Abrams. Here we go. He said, to all you asking whether hashtag LivePD is coming back, the answer is yes. All of us associated with the show are as committed as ever. We are still discussing some specifics, but I want to assure the Live PD Nation that we are not abandoning you. Well, apparently, that's not correct, because here's the statement from A&E. This is a critical time in our nation's history, and we have made the decision to cease production on Live PD. Going forward, we will determine if there is a clear pathway to tell the stories of both the community and the police officers whose role it is to serve them. And with that, we will be meeting with the community and civil rights leaders as well as police department. Wow. All I have to say is wow. It's a bold move by A&E. They're making a stand. They're choosing a side and they're making a stand. Whether you agree or whether you disagree, I applaud A&E for standing up for something they believe in, because let's face it, this was one of their most popular shows. This is one of the most popular shows on cable. And that's a stand. They stood up and they said, they dug their heels in and they said, you know what, we're gonna stop this and we're not gonna air it. Now, do I think it's gonna come back? I think it'll come back, and it won't be called Live PD, I don't think. But they're, like they said, they're gonna look into finding out a different way to show this. It's coming back. They're gonna find a way to make this come back one way or another. But I do have to say, I am thoroughly impressed with the stance that they're taking. I'm not even saying whether I agree they should or shouldn't have taken it off the air, but the thing I'm impressed about is they didn't pick money. They made a choice not based on money, which is very, very rare. when it comes to networks and network TV and decisions like that. So in that particular way, I'm very impressed with this decision because it doesn't happen very often. So bravo to A&E for that. They dug their heels in and they made a decision. As far as whether I agree with the decision or not, it's a really tough. That's a call that I just don't get paid enough to make, to be honest. People don't want to see cops right now. They don't want to see policemen right now. As a business decision, in that point, your job is to entertain people, and if people don't want to see that, then I think the choice was clear. A lot of people are going to be mad about it, and a lot of people are going to, say this is censorship. Well, first of all, this is not censorship. This is a choice made by private television networks, plural, on their own programming. They can choose to program what they want, and if you don't like that, you can choose not to watch. That's 101. This isn't the government coming in saying, hey, you got to take this off. No, it's not. This is A&E, and it's what was it? It's not Spike. Crap, I can't remember what Spike turned into now. But anyway, Paramount. Spike turned into Paramount Network. Anyway, A&E and Paramount made choices to cancel shows that they owned. And they made a choice based on their political beliefs, and they have every right to do so. Whether you agree with the choice or not, that's up to you. But they have every right to do so, and they did. And, Paramount's was pretty easy. Again, not much ratings for cops anymore, but A&E made a choice that is going to cost them money. So they believe that much in this, that they chose to lose money. And for that, I applaud them. Whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing, I'm not paid enough to say. That isn't my decision. But I applaud the stance. Taking the stance and not choosing the money, but choosing what they felt was the right thing to do. And I don't think it's censorship at all. So that's my opinion on the subject, and that's about as far as I'm going to delve into it. Because again, I don't want to get too political with all of this, but what do you guys think about A&E canceling live PD and the Paramount Network canceling Cops? Do you think it shouldn't have happened? Do you think it should have? Again, let me know in the comments below. And again, be excellent to each other. Be nice. You can have an opinion without being a dick about it. So that's all I got to say on that.